Hi, I'm Ryan. This is the Epic A in Grants Pass, Oregon. I'm going to show you today how to light the stove. In the wintertime when it gets cold is our primary heat source. I'm going to show you where the extra wood is, and then where the heaters are and how to get a little bit of airflow once it gets nice and cozy in here. So, as you can see, I just lit the fire, and here's the tools that we use to do it. So like I said, this is our primary heat source when it's cold out. We do have a heater over here and oil heater over here, and each bedroom has a mini split that heats and cools. So that keeps the house from freezing, but the primary heat source again is the wood stove. So as you can see, I just started it, but here's what we're gonna use. If you've never started a fire, here's some tools. We're gonna supply all of this. First thing I like to do is break up some of these little pieces off of here, some nice easy kindling. There's newspapers if you want to pull them apart and ball them up, stick them in there. It's important to have airflow. So some people build a little log cabin, some people build a little teepee in there all together. Maybe use some old coals that are in there if you can. Once you spread those out in there, you can use a couple of these kindlings. It shouldn't take very much. And then my favorite is this pitch wood. You don't need much of this either. Usually one piece is good to get this fire going. People always take the lighters, so we have these giant matches that people don't take. And here's how you do it. Whoops. Let's get another one. Let's take one of these big old matches. We strike it. And if you just take a piece of this pitch wood, it smells really good actually. This is wood where the pitch has settled into it. It's heavier than normal wood. It has a high amount of sap in there, which burns very well, as you can see. And I would just take this and set it in there on a few pieces of kindling. That stuff's not going out. Use a few pieces and throw a nice split log on top of it, and you should be able to get that going. A couple things to know about this particular stove is that some stoves have a mechanism that controls airflow in the chimney or on the stove. In this case, we don't have any of that. It's a very simple stove. So all we have to control airflow is the door. If it's open like this, or I should say cracked, you get lots of airflow. When you're starting it, you want lots of airflow. Once it gets really going, like it is now, you can give it a little less airflow. It's gonna slow down the burn. So if I close it all the way like this, it's eventually gonna burn out. So I like to just leave a little bit of a gap, keep it going, except maybe before bed, I load it up with a bunch of logs and then I shut it down so it burns slowly. Less air means it's gonna burn more slowly. I don't ever recommend that you leave it wide open unless you're loading, more logs in. Otherwise, just leave the door mostly cracked like this and it should be good. You can hear it going. This stove is a great one. It burns nice and easy once you get it going. So that's the basics of starting a fire. We also have these. They're pretty easy to get going. But if you use a little bit of kindling, a little bit of paper, don't go overboard. Should be pretty easy to get it going. Okay, when you need more wood, we have wood here that you're welcome to use, and there's a bag that you can use if you're staying here for a while to grab a bunch more wood. You'll notice on the deck here, this stays dry because of the top, even in the rain. So we'll try and have some stacked here for if we can. And outside, this is the front porch. We have a wood pile over here, so you can use as much wood as you need. It'd be great of you to restock it and let me know if it's getting low. Okay, now let's say you started this fire a few hours ago. It's really going. Another thing you can do here is behind the fireplace, there's a fan that you can switch on or off, and it will actually blow the air all over, so it really disperses that heat. All right, so let's say it's really cozy in here now. It feels so good. It's so lovely when you're watching the rain or the snow outside and the fire's keeping you warm. But sometimes it gets too hot, especially upstairs. A-frames have this problem where all the heat rises to the top, so the upstairs bedroom is going to be hotter than the downstairs. So here's what we do. Follow me upstairs after we crack a window. It can be this window right here is great to crack, or The one in the downstairs bedroom or bathroom. You can crack those. It's gonna get some airflow coming through here. If it gets too hot, all you gotta do is crack the window. You come upstairs. And in the upstairs bedroom, I installed this nifty Echo fan. So you'll see it up here. I'm gonna turn it on, and if you listen, you can already hear the fan pulling, and this is pulling air to the outside. So we want to just have it on the fan button. And wind, this is how you adjust how much air it's pulling. And this thing can pull a ton of air. So you can hear it speeding up. This is really going to suck air through the house. This actually works really well in the summertime when it's hot. It's cooling off in the evening. That's hot up here. You can pull the air right through here. So if you need to do that, that'll pull some air through. Or if it's just the person upstairs who's hot, close all the other windows, just crack this one and turn the fan on, and it'll suck that heat out of here. It does a really good job. So you probably keep it on low and just barely crack the window at nighttime. That'll keep it from roasting too bad. All right. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.